Hello entrepreneurs, again it's Michael Mort with Argent Place Law, the law firm for entrepreneurs, where we're looking out for entrepreneurs just like you. Today I want to talk to you about cancellation of your company. Now there's three basic ways your company can be canceled. You could decide to have it canceled, and not always for bad reasons. For example, you may have sold the assets to the company and now you want to take all that cash, distribute it to the owners, and then close it down. But there are some ways that it can be canceled accidentally. And sometimes you might not even know it's canceled. Now I'll tell you why this is important. So virtually every state has limited liability companies and corporations. The important thing about these things, about these entities, is they're a separate person in the eyes of the law, and the owners have no personal liability for the wrongdoings of the company. For example, a contract dispute that ends up in a judgment against the company doesn't impact the owners. Or an employee gets in an automobile accident while on business and sues the harmed party sues the driver as well as the company, but the owners of the company are not going to be liable. That's what limited liability is all about. But the company has to exist in order for the owners to enjoy this limited liability. What happens if it's accidentally canceled? There are a couple of ways that this can happen. Every year, your state is going to require you to pay an annual maintenance fee. They call it registration, annual registration or maintenance. If it's a corporation, you're also going to have to probably file a statement about its ownership. A document that talks about its actually management, its board of directors. You don't have to do that for a limited liability company, but you do have to pay annual maintenance fees. All right, what happens if you forget? Sometimes you should be getting a notice, but you lost the notice. Your company doesn't pay the annual registration fee, and then the state drops you off its rolls as a limited liability company or corporation. It says you're canceled, the company's canceled. They actually don't even send you any future notices. So the next year rolls around and you don't know about it, so you forget again. This can go on for quite a while without you knowing. Another way that it can be canceled is every company must maintain a registered agent in the state. I have a different video, a couple videos on what registered agent is. I want to get into that, but you have to have one. What happens if you forget to pay your registered agent? Or he resigns, or he moves, or something happens and your company doesn't have a registered agent or an improper registered office? Again, it's canceled because every state requires you to have that registered agent. These two things might happen without you realizing it. And so, boom, the company's gone. Now, what happens if you can't pay your rent and you start to go out of business? And you say, well, at least I have a limited liability company. I didn't sign a personal guarantee with my landlord, so the only thing they can come after is the assets of the company. But the landlord looks you up on the State Corporation Commission and finds out, your company's been canceled. It doesn't matter that you didn't sign a personal guarantee. We're going to come after your personal assets now. That sounds really bad, and it would be really bad. But the state really gives you a lot of opportunities to fix this. Most jurisdictions allow you a long time, years, to correct this problem. In Virginia, it's 5 years. You have 5 years after the cancellation date to fix it. You can reinstate the company for up to 5 years after it's been canceled. All you have to do is pay a penalty and back maintenance fees. But you have to know about it. And you can't have let it gone on longer than 5 years. So I encourage you to look up your company right now at your State Corporation Commission or your Secretary of State for your state, and make sure that your company is in good standing, that it's still active. And if it's not, fix it right away. Because you don't want to be caught in a scenario where you have let it gone let it go on for so long that you can't fix it. It's not so bad if you do, because, for example, in the state of Virginia, they say if you fix this within the proper period of time, within 5 years, the fix means it results in as if the company were never canceled. So you have no personal liability during all that time that the company was canceled. The owners continue to, as long as it's fixed in time, the owners continue to enjoy no, limited or no liability with respect to the wrongdoings of the company. Again, it's Michael Moore with Argent Place Law, the law firm for entrepreneurs. We believe that entrepreneurs are going to save the world, and we want to make sure that we help you do it. Thanks for listening.